denominator of criteria. Okay. Look at question 9. With that question, okay, this is the solution that group 1 has given us, that is to be. They have given us x equals to ab plus cy over y. Okay. Group 2 has given us the same thing, ab plus yc over y. And then group 3, okay, has given us ab plus cy over y as well. Okay, so let's take a look and check the processes that they have gone through, okay, in terms of achieving this answer. Okay, so look at this set in the center. Okay, so we see that x is supposed to be the subject and it is found in the denominator. We need to bring it up to the numerator. So what is the process that we should now need? That we will intuitively do. We'll do a cross multiplication, right? Which group 3 actually demonstrated it very well. By making y to become y over 1, satisfies our cross multiplication condition. Then we have y times x minus c equals to ab. And that will allow the x to become in the numerator. Okay? Then what most of us have done is to expand this part, which is perfectly okay, xy minus cy equals to ab. Okay, then we see that our x is found over here. We slowly move the things that are furthest away, where we have cy minus cy being brought over to the other side to get ab plus cy. And since we want x to be the subject, that will mean that we can divide y over to the right, and hence we get x to be equals to ab plus cy over y. Okay, so all the groups did get this answer, which is right. However, I want us to challenge ourselves to think an alternative method of solving this question. Okay, so at this juncture here, where I have y times x minus c equals to ab, in my original method, I chose to expand it. Okay, I chose to expand it, okay, which is what most people have done. What if I don't want to expand? Then what do we have? Yes, Asha. Divide by y, right? So an alternative is that I want my x to be here. I can divide the y over to the other side. Okay? Okay, because x is found inside the brackets, I get rid of the things that are far away. Okay, I get rid of the things that are outside of the brackets first, and that can be done by dividing by y. Okay, then I want x to be the subject, so my remaining step will be x equals to ab over y plus c. So this is an alternative solution. Okay, now you might be wondering, how are they the same? Okay, actually they are the same because from here, if you think about it as making the same denominator, this is c over 1. In order to make this having a denominator of y, what I need to do is that I need to multiply another y on the numerator, right? Okay, and with the same denominator, it is none other than ab plus cy over y. Okay, so you could have your answer up here if you done this method, or if you have done this method, the likely answer will be this. And either one is acceptable. Okay. Any questions? Right? So let me give points to all staff. Times x minus 6, and we want x to be the subject. Okay, now this question is an added challenge. Why? because the subject that we want, x, is actually found on two places. Okay, we have x over here, we also have x over here. Okay, so how are we going to deal with that? Because whenever we want the subject to be something, in this case, for example, when I want x to be the subject, in my remaining parts of the formula, x no longer appears. Okay, and that is what it means by making x the subject, okay, or making something the subject. That subject cannot appear elsewhere inside your formula anymore. Okay, so let's take a glance at what your friends have written. Okay, so group 1 has given us negative 6a over y minus a. That's the answer. Group 2 has a times x minus 6 over y. So rather different. Okay, and definitely in group 2 we know that this doesn't meet the requirements already because we have x found over here, we also have x found over here. Okay, so to make something the subject, x can only appear at one place. So that is a criteria. Okay, so group 2 already not meeting the expectations. Okay, whereas for group 3, they have given us negative 6a over y minus a. Okay, so let's do a check of the solution that is here. Okay, so xy equals to a times x minus 6. Okay, so whenever we have our x in two places, what we first need to do is to bring the x's together. Okay, so how do I bring the x's together? In this case, you notice that my x is actually trapped inside the brackets, so we need to release it first. Okay, and that can be done by expanding it. So we have xy equals to ax minus 6a. Okay, then we need to bring the x together onto one side of the equation. Okay, then after that we are left negative 6a on the other side. Right? So when I have my x being brought together like that, I only want one x in the end. I don't want 2x, I don't want 3x. I only want a single x. Okay, that is divorced from this y and this a. Okay, so how do we divorce this x away from the y and a? Factorize. Okay, so we factorize x out, and then we have y minus a together in another household inside these brackets. Okay, then after that equals to negative 6a. Okay, then we only want x. Okay, we bring the y minus a over to the other side. Since this is x times y minus a, so bring it over, I will get divided by y minus a. Okay, so this is an answer. Or if you don't want to have this negative sign here, another equivalent is that you bring the negative sign down. Okay, for which this negative sign when put in, it will flip the y minus a to a minus y. Okay, so these are equivalent solutions. Either one will do. Okay, so you need not just leave it here or leave it here or leave it here. Okay, so either one is acceptable. Okay, but it's perfectly fine if you just stop here. Any questions? Okay, so giving points to group 3. Huh? Do you get what? Oh yeah, for adapting errors. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, any questions? Right? If you're okay, then this is it for the activity. Chishi just now reminded me that for question 4 in your worksheet, okay, I typed wrongly. So you may want to correct it. It is S equals to N times 2A plus L. I mistyped as 2N plus L. Okay, so you want to correct that part. make x the subject. Okay, then after that in part 2, it says hence find the value of x when y equals to -3. Would I please give you about 2 minutes to make x a subject? Okay, based on what we have just learned from the bonus question tag. Okay, we also see that x is found at 2 places. How do we bring them together on one side? Okay, and get rid of these numbers. Evan. You just want to answer the question. Okay, so we bring the 3y minus 2 over to the right, so we get x equals to 5 plus 7y over 3y minus 2. So are we able to get this answer? Okay. Next, we look at part 2. Okay, part 2 says, hence, find the value of x when y equals to -3. So, with the indication of hence, it means that we must use our answer in part I. How do we use it? We just have to simply use x plus 5 plus, so x equals to 5 plus 7, y will be replaced by -3. Okay, divided by 3 times -3 minus 2. Then we can place it in our calculator. In this case, I will get what? 16 out of 11. Okay, so usually part 1 might be the challenge. Maybe part 2 itself is just replacing the values of replacing the variables with values as well. Okay. We next take a look at question 2. We are given this formula. P equals to a plus bx squared over 3k, and we want k to be the subject. Okay, and then in part 2, hence find the work value. Alright, so I give you 3 minutes to complete the entire question. Okay, or question 2. Try it on your own. given P equals to A plus Bx squared over 3K. Okay, what will your first step actually be? Yushen, I think Alisa looks slow. Alisa definitely looks slower. Yeah, but she also never said out. Yeah, she also didn't. Yeah. Alisa, can you tell us what's your first step? Alisa, your first step, not Yushen's first step, not Brandon's first step. Oh, make A times 3K now. Okay, so make the same denominator, is it? Okay, so this is what Alisa has decided to do. 3AK, I'll simplify it. Okay, so let's work with that. K is a subject. Is there anything wrong with this? Nothing wrong, okay? Mathematically, conceptually wise, it's okay. But Alisa, you know how to deal with this. Can someone help her get out of this situation? Yeah. If we were to do this, what will we do next? Because we have found ourselves in a problem. Okay, Alisa, I would like you to notice, when you decided to do this, you have made K appear in places. Earlier on in the given question, K only appeared in one place. Okay, so you make your life a little bit complicated. Okay, but nothing wrong. Okay, we can move on with this. Okay, so will anyone be able to tell us how to move on with it? Yes, Rose. Okay, multiply 3K to P. Okay, so we can do the cross multiplication so we get 3KP equals to 3AK plus Px squared. Okay, then from here, what next? Yes, let's see. Move the 3AK over. Okay, so Xavier, you want to do next? Yeah, what? Yeah, just now Alisa answered. You hear one? Yeah. Okay, so from here, yes, Xavier, you want to continue with this? Factorize out the K, right? Okay, and then we will get the answer of K equals to Bx squared over 3P minus 3A. Okay? Okay? So it can be solved, right? But you must know how to handle it. Okay? But I don't think this is what most people would have done. Okay, so maybe, let me see, someone else can give me a different answer as for what Alisa started off with. Katie? I think Faith will a little bit slow. Yeah. Okay. Faith, can you tell us what is an alternative to what Alisa has given us? What would you have done? Would you have done the same thing? Okay, then can you tell us what would you have done? Okay, move the A to the other side, right? Great, thank you. Okay, so do we agree that most of us might have done this? Okay, see what we need, don't we? Okay, so P minus A equals to Bx squared over 3K. We want K to be the subject, so from here what do we do next? Let's see. Emmanuel. What do we do next? K is to be the subject. Cross multiply, right? So P minus A can note it is together. So when we cross multiply, it will be 3k times p minus a equals to bx squared. Okay. We want k to be the subject, so k is found here already. Alright, so what will our answer eventually be? Irina. First up. Back to you, Irina. What do you think the answer will be? We want k to be the subject. This is 3 times k times p minus a. So I need to get rid of them. Any ideas? Okay, this is our multiplication, right? To bring it over, what is opposite of multiplication? Divide, right? Okay, so you have bx squared dividing by 3 times p minus a. So recognize this as a group, we divide everything together. So it will be dividing, okay, this entire expression. Right? Questions? Okay, so this is an appropriate answer, likewise this is also an appropriate answer. Actually the only difference is that this is a factorization of the denominator. Okay? So for part 2, I'll leave it to you to work it out on your own.